There are things we can do. We bring it good news and we give it to you. We judge it for podcast and connecting people and culture from here and up out of the globe. Qualify people who willing to sell. Blessing that time and the efforts are rest. The brothers giving us here and the parents from there. The welcome my life without here.
I live for health.
Master.
Play Paris, who make on you. I can't ask it if you been you. Say my journey, Tina can ask my jamo. And yes, I know money. And more I know. And you love
Sktv, the best in Liberia. Sktv, the best in Africa. Sktv, the best in Mama Liberia. Must hold by the lofa and grandmother.
And I didn't ya to money. And I said ya to money. And I couldn't play ya to money. And I could do ya to money. And I didn't ya to money. And I said ya to money. And I couldn't play ya to money. And I could do ya to money. And I forget now ya to money. That's the TV. And I forget now. Toss you walk on my ya to money. Yeah.
Sktv, the best in Liberia. Sktv, the best in Africa. Sktv, the best in Mama Liberia. Must hold by the lofa and grandmother.
There are things we can do. We bring it good news and we give it to you. We study for podcast and connecting people and culture from here and up out of the globe. Qualify people who willing to sell. The flesh, the time and the efforts are rest. The broadcast we giving are real and the premise from best. The work with my life without fear. From Grandfather Nima to Lufa, from Riverside, River G to Chile, from Grand Crew, Bombing, Kidman, Montserrat, the San to Backwalu, from Maryland, Bonkan to the Mikey B. We the best in the land, yeah, LIB. We the best in the land, yeah, LIB. We the best in the land, yeah, LIB.
Sktv, the best in Liberia. Sktv, the best in Africa.
Indeed, good evening, good afternoon, good morning to all of you, our listeners, our viewers, and those of you who are always supporting us into what we are doing here on the Sktv, Truth FM, Real TV, and all of the platforms. Those of you that are also relaying us in the beginning anytime this week, we will now begin to look up to you, our team of media colleagues out there who are also relaying this broadcast. You are great, and we got to give it up to you. We have to give you your flower while you are alive. So that's good. Thanks to all of you for what you are doing, what you keep doing from Mama Liberia. Indeed, when we come here for the betterment of our society. Every day is not easy though. It's getting tense day by day, because if you are Pharisees, those of you I know who maybe if you watch some of the gospel videos and so forth, or even if you read the Bible, you will understand that the Pharisees, these and all of these people. These people are quote unquote they I don't know, they were the educated people by them, or in fact they are still, because they are still into our lives. So the Pharisees, they are the educated people, the power. They are the ones that have the power, and they don't let to hear anybody who want to tamper with their power or to come around their power. If you do, they find a way to get rid of you. So all these things happen, and all these things, if we are, in fact, most of these people also quote unquote, they were quote unquote religious people though. They were believing. In fact, they used to Alec. They were the only religious group of people by the people manipulating the people and lying to the people, saying, oh, we are here for you people. We are the ones that are going to control things. But again, people are going, even the very basic Wednesday today, somewhat 12 former finance minister, also live camera seeing his physical expression looks so disappointing. And the bill of information also filed by expelled Representative Honorable Yeket Wakolua also been denied by the Justice Ichima Yusuf Kabai of the Temple of Justice. So indeed, we have so many things happening back home. Our country is based. No wonder, you know, sometimes there are some of the common things. Sometimes when you hear these things, when you hear people saying these things, sometimes we'll be taking it for joke. That, oh, it's good to be with the devil, you know, that the angel you haven't seen. Sometimes we'll be taking it for joke, but it's real. Yeah, these are real thing for true. Now I understand life. The thing that you will take, another person can take it. I love local. Yeah, the life is just that's why you see into a relationship. Some of you, you know, sometimes you hear your advisors telling you that, oh, I mean, I can't tell them one man them all. They're the one that can even take the worst one. So that's why you have to be careful. You have to be your own security, and you have to understand your terrain. You have to understand your life. You have to understand the movement, the everything. Remember, they can help us share the show. Stick bullet. Better stay. Moses will join us here very soon. The show will be interesting this evening. For a matter of fact, get your radio closer to you. Invite any of your best friend, your neighbor, anybody you think that you want them to also listen to Sktv. Invite them this evening so that they too they can hear what we'll be talking about here this evening. Because yeah, for us here we don't sift or anything. You know, they say we're gonna do. You want be dog, good, correct. Look, you want be dog, Hey, you know, you want be cat. So it's up to you now. Now, thank God, we haven't yet even entered to because they have the political what actually call because there are little stages before 2029. So, but next year we'll be smelling. No, that will be smelling the political tension, or maybe the political holding and pulling. Yeah, I think by next year we'll start smelling the political tension. Then by 2028, and then we'll start dancing into all of their you know, their projects, all of their manifesto. You will see everything on their billboards, all the things they can do, the one they will do. Oh, that's very interesting. Everyone should show people, the show will be hard. It will be more hard to. So your politicians, they only care for the power that you give to them, but they don't care about bettering your lives. Yes. So whenever somebody comes to change your life, that a Pharisee behavior, let me tell you today. You see, some of you who are religious people don't mind the other group of people who say, hey, they don't believe in they want, but the same group of people that they don't believe, that the same group of people send them, in fact, that the people system, the people civilization, the people education, that what they get in them, the people lifestyle, that what they have in them, but the same group of people will be insulting you for. Don't mind you want it. Even if you claim that maybe you don't believe, or you're not a religious person, you're not a religion, or it is your right. But don't look down on other people just because they are practicing that religion. No. For me, here, maybe when it comes to that one, man, you don't get that one. So, but we'll talk about that. I think some of you are already trying to picture what we're heading to. But we'll talk about that one, maybe anytime this week, maybe during the time of the show, about people how to learn how to respect religion. Yeah, respect people. Even though you can respectfully disagree with their leaders, their imams, the pastors, the bishops, the mothers, the deacons, that one another issue. But when you come down to the entire religion and make it look like you are the one that's smart, or if you're the smartest person, and then you tempt other people to be like they were brainwashed. While you yourself too, you've been brainwashed by the same Western system, then I'll get issue with you. That means, in fact, then go back into the bush. Go back and drink from the creek. Go back and wear the skin of the animal, you know, the animal skin, right? Go and wear these things. Don't use telephone or don't use cell phone. Same we pass on brainwash. But again, the people join us there, people help us share the show. Yeah, man, I was starting the show every time. Yeah, you know, the Pharisees' behavior, people getting in them. They don't want to change. But again, people will go to go. Mark already here, let me see. No, I don't know what they internet. My sister and trying me to do. Monk, if you see me, let me see if maybe I'll see him. Okay, good. I'm seeing Monk now. Monk, my dear brother, good evening. Good afternoon, good morning. All right, so while waiting for Monk, let me see the video quickly. Let me just listen to him.
I'm on my way to Ghana. Okay, your case. today. It was, I mean, the ruling was on today, just ended the court denied your bill of information.
When Joseph Walker left me in the country, look, the Supreme Court have been selling paper on the horse. The marshal know how to sell paper. So if it is today that the marshal don't know how to sell paper, it's up to them. You think I react here? Let Joseph Walker go in the country. Joseph Walker does not own this country. This country is owned by the Liberian. Joseph Walker, please leave the road, bossman. How's gonna go? Joseph Walker has decided to rob this country.
Well. Yes, indeed. Please hold on a little bit. We will still play this video. And that's the latest. Yeah, okay, Mark. I thought you were just setting up. Yeah, my brother. Go ahead. What do you believe?
I set up. Yeah, I'm okay. Great to be here. Share the show, please. Interesting day, May week edition of Sktv. Today, Wednesday, 20th. We are less than a week, a little over a week from the end of the month. Then we'll be in June. Then we start looking to 2027. So 2029 is not too far as you think it is.
I'm right. I'm saying that we are smelling maybe 2029 gradually.
Yeah, that's the target. I mean, if you talk to the average Liberian, the next thing that comes to mind is 2029. So if we are a few days away from the middle of 2026, then technically by the time we get in June, we're looking to 2027. So you're looking at roughly 2.5 years, and 2029 will be here. You really believe how 2029 will be here?
Look, one time very flat. Join imagine we giving the people 6 years, and 6 years looking like 2 days to the people.
That's why if we have subscribed to the 4 year, we have getting better result in Liberia. Because when you have the mentality and the notion that you don't have that much of a time, you will work overtime. You will do a lot of good things or great things to make sure you can maintain your. That's why in the US, the lawmakers are only giving 2 years. Think about that. The senators are giving 6 years because within the state, you got so many congressional districts. So they got to give them a little bit of time. Because let's say like state like California, they got 55 electoral districts. So if you are the senator, you represent the entire state. So they can make it 2 years. But when you just represent a little district, a district is smaller. It gets a little piece of territory that you control. So they gave you 2 years, 24 months. If you cannot get a job done, you are out. 2 years. I didn't say 4, maybe I said 2.
We're giving the people 9 years. Join imagine we'll be going to the pool October 10 or October 11, 2029.
Yeah.
9 years gone. We have achieved anything.
Yeah.
Every day that noise.
And what people don't understand, 9 years is almost a decade. 10 years make a decade. You can get a lot of things done within a decade. Why would you want to give somebody 9 years as a senator? Why not cut it to 5? Because in Liberia is not as large as the US. Because, like take for example, the state of Texas is almost 2.5 times the size of Nigeria in terms of the mass, the land mass, right? So if a lawmaker, if a senator will be given 6 years, looking at the size of a state, and you come to a Liberia where you only control Monserrado County, you need 5, maybe 4. Why are you giving them 9? If you give them 9, they have no reason to even work. Because if you get them 9 after 9, why would they even push the envelope to go? I mean, that's enough time to do more damage I can't and walk away. 9 years, you know what 9 years is of your life? That's almost a decade. You are only 12 months away from giving someone a decade.
But more quickly, even just imagine, Mark, if you have a little man out there who making $100 and maybe been working for the past 2-3 years without getting anything, not good for their life, but someone who just got into power in 6 months' time, the person tend to complete celebrity.
Yeah,
6 months' time.
6 months. That's why they're not interested in bringing results for the average person, because you set up a system wherein they are incentivized for doing nothing, and they can become rich, they can become more famous, they can become more prosperous at your expense. So if you, the ordinary voter, will sit over there and give a president and a senator 9 years or 6 years of their life, even the regular lawmaker, lower house, you're giving them 6 years. That's way, way too much. The question is, how much are you gaining within that space of 9 years as a voter? How long are you going to be on the planet for? I can keep asking people. I keep asking folks. Maybe the life expectancy in Liberia is 68. People in their 40s, they didn't even get a job yet. They're still struggling. And you are giving someone 9 years, almost a decade of your life before you can make a change. Think about that.
And even to that, even within the first 6 years, they feel that in fact the 6 years is nothing. They'll be taking 12 years. So I can be thinking as to what are the people, what they are saying, whether it's real, and whether they really care about their own life, or it's just about bottling another man's bread throughout the time. Because for all indications, I think it's just about, because if that man is president, for example, President Bwaka right now, his budget is around $3 to $4 million per year or 12 months.
That's what that's on paper. Now I'm talking about when I'm putting all those slots
good
on paper.
Apart from that on paper, though, I'm saying there are a lot of gifts that will be coming that you myself will not know and we may not even see. So all of these things I ended up, for example, some of you will be asking about maybe we're gonna give that, for example, the $10 million 4-year project. And that's what they give. Yeah,
that's a gift. That's a slush
so
from there.
Why are we making ourselves to be slave to these people, wasting our time?
But maybe just before I go to Steve, think about it this way. You give a man exorbitant amount of money in the name of his budget, right? He guarantees 6 years, and you give him unlimited amount of money, because when I look at the national security, because it's almost like like I said, it's a slush fund. The road construction fund and the national security budget is like a slush fund for the president. At the end of the day, they will not work with nothing less than $15 or $20 million per year, right? And then you tell this man, I'm giving you this free money, and you must use it within a calendar year. No matter how he uses it. But he must exhaust the budget, because you know the budget.
Exactly, Mom. Yeah, you have it.
Like I'm taking to a Chinese buffet and say, Mabel, I'm giving you 2 weeks to eat the free food. And before you leave from the buffet, you must make sure you empty every bowl before you go.
So maybe I'll start looking for all kinds of workshop. Maybe I'll start looking for all kinds of. Some of you are listening to this thing now today, like how your money, the money they profit that to better your life is not in their mind. So the only thing they can do with the money is to useless the money in a house. They have the kind of more funny and workshop, media workshop. They have the other workshop. All these things are just so useless, so that they'll be able to collect money and eat your money. Like most say, that's the fact. Most of the monies will just be there free of charge. And when the money don't have use, they feel that the only way that they can get the money out, because the budget is closing, is to create some kind of more. Some kind of loophole. I mean, that from Russia, that do they want? That go for that program, that person travel, that they want happy. That just to justify that indeed they spending money. But anyway, Steve Bode, my dear brother, good evening, good afternoon, good morning. That's how we're starting the show today. And we'll turn the show over to you, my brother. What's up?
Thank you, Melbourne folks. Let's share the show. Doing very well as always. The Liberian people are the most important people on earth. The Liberian women are the most beautiful women on earth, folks. Let's share the show. We have a lot to talk about. I want to start the show off because I know the show will be hard today. So I want to start the show off by disagreeing openly with Melbourne. I've been reading his comments, his attack on the comedian in Liberia, Mama Liberia, or however you call it. First of all, to most of you, the Christian people, you guys are jokes. You are not serious. I'm saying it again, I stand by it. I don't give a damn. I don't care about what you got going on. You guys are jokes. And the reason you guys are jokes is you need to leave the comedian, that guy. And I embracing as Mama Liberia. That place I gave all of you. You see your man dressed in woman clothes. All of you Christian decided to go and friend that person, follow that person. All of you, you're going to say Christian. You got Christian principle. I thought that for Sodom and Gomorrah, Benin God destroy, that for homosexual Benin God destroy Sodom and Gomorrah. You see that when y'all pack yourselves, y'all go follow him, you're supporting him, you're promoting him. Today you reach the place, you reach in question your Bible, then you're there. Why are you there? Look, let me say it. If you're in a religion where you got to defend your God or you got to defend your Bible or your holy book, you need to leave that religion. Let me say it again. Any religion where you in, defend your God, defend your holy book or your Bible or whatever book you pledge allegiance to, leave that religion. It's a waste of time. It's a useless religion. I pay it and I stand by it. You're not a serious group of people. You got no morals. You stand for nothing. Most of you are the Christians. Most Christians got no morals. They got no values. no principle to stand for nothing. Bunch of crooks packed together. You leave that young man alone. Oh, you didn't know that you're a homosexual man? You didn't know that? You didn't know that you're a man dressing a woman? Ain't you celebrating him, you're supporting him, you're elevating him? And today you're talking about you want to follow him, bunch of hypocrites. You didn't know you're here from your tape. Somebody bring Bible and give it to you. You make Bible low level. Say nobody can ask questions about Bible. Even on the show here, when you ask a question, they get in their feeling, they get emotional. They think I got time for like your fooling that got going on. I know that somebody has already kept in a little cage. I look like somebody. I stand with a young man at what the question he asks. I stand with him. There is nothing wrong with the question he asks. You're just emotional and confused and discombobulated group of people. And your thing, you can bully people to fall in line, and they might fall in line with your religion or your religious belief. Even things that are written in the Bible that contradict it. So you point it out, oh, they get problem with you. They get problem with you. But you criticize the Muslim people too for standing up for the religion and the Holy Quran. You do that on a daily basis. But you're doing worse than that. What Jesus was going to do with Jesus on earth right now? What you were going to do with that young man? You were not going to reach out to him and try to make sure he makes sense and answer your question. But you're Christian and passing around your thing, you got to defend Bible.
Yeah.
I mean, let me tell you something. I disagree with you.
So
you need to stop it.
So myself, you are on your I come in now. Tell you, we talk already, and let me respond to you.
But I'm actually talking to you. You're not going on.
Okay, so let me talk to now. I beg you, my young man. Let's have the entire conversation in a very civil way, because the mistake that you keep making with that your statement that you just made that people are defending, nobody defending God, nobody standing with anything to say that they did know. But everybody have their right to practice, everybody have their right to their religion. I want you to learn this today and for you to take this into consideration. Some of the things that make some of us to even react to that, for me, I don't have issues with the question. In fact, you will let me ask you questions. First of all, let me correct you on that. He will let me ask you questions. He was directly making mockery and also insulting the people both. You don't do that, Steve.
Making mockery.
I come in. We all will have to respect each other. Whether if you disagree with pastor behavior, bishop on the show, I do that. I agree with you on so many occasions, because why? Some of the things that you always say sometimes they are all real about the pastor's behavior. But it doesn't mean that I should agree with you that we should sit here and insult a religion. No. If you tell me that yes, Pastor A, Pastor John behavior is bad, I will agree with you. And that's the truth. So Jesus Christ also, in fact, he went to the Pharisee.
What did the man say?
He went. So Jesus Christ, and now that you get that, even when Jesus Christ comes to Jesus Christ will not go to him. He will go to how Jesus. In fact, Jesus Christ will even rebuke him first. All the people that Jesus Christ healed, he didn't run to them. He didn't go to them. They were the one asking him, Father, what can I do? Father, in fact, he was even asking some of them, what you want me to do for you? So let's be frank and let us stop this issue of, because most of the mindset there is the Western people brainwash. That way,
what did the man say that was mind?
I come in quickly so I can tell what to you. So I want us today to get rid of the mindset.
Yeah, he said the Bible fake. Now why making your best?
I come in now. Take your own time. I said I come in. Why you doing emotional? Wait. So the mindset.
I'm not emotional.
I come in now. So the
you
mindset.
Go in, all the people you talking are waste of time. What did the man say that was insulting? Let's get to the point. Cut to the chase. What did the man say that was insulting? For him to say the Bible is fake?
But at their way that you should go to for people can even disagree with me. But you just walk.
The man said the Bible is fake.
So you should even bring all the screenshot and bring everything first. Then we'll go.
No man said the Bible is fake. A lie.
It's a lie. It's an insult.
Oh, so that's why you get problem with. That's why you get problem with. Okay, if you get problem with that, say you get problem with that, but don't say the no man insulted. Saying the Bible fake is not an insult.
No. Even the man went, listen, Steve, there's a way that can even say hello to your mom and dad, it can be insult. If you go back to somebody
that believe that mentality. When somebody speak the truth, you say the insult. The man said has a right to say the Bible is fake.
It's not true.
He has a right to say
it's not true that. It's not true. I disagree with you on that one. It's not true.
So he got no right to say the Bible fake.
The men are asking about if Eve when she was
That Eve,
how she used to be.
Eve representative. That Eve representative.
Man, you part of different thing. No, but still,
that's Eve. What are you taking a personal for?
No, I'm not personal.
Mama, you're leading me, man.
I'm not taking it personal, Steve. I'm not taking it personal.
Everybody got a right to say any religious book is fake. They got a right to say it. Maybe that's
no,
why they are.
No. Then you have to defend. See, then you have to defend what you are saying. I agree. But with
okay, that's what I'm saying.
Before you missed it, man, you should be able to come up with facts to say, yes, I have read this from Genesis to Exodus or from this part to the other part of the Bible. And I understand that there are series of this, and that. Then you start to quote. When you come on, then people say yes, but you can't just work on one money. You can't even read. You don't even know the Bible. You can't even read good scripture. You don't say a contradiction. So we know the contradiction. No, I man. Your emotions, your feelings. I disagree with you on this 100%.
More mayor contributions to the you're looking for the man.
I'm just listening. I have no idea what you're talking about.
So that comedian, the guy in Labrador that they promoted, I can dress like a woman. They can call him Mama Labrador. He's a guy. The guy came up and asked a question about Eve and her menstrual cycle. The guy also claimed that the Bible is fake. The guy made a statement saying the Bible is fake. All of them get vexed. They are unfriendly, man, and nobody should follow him. In fact, why the man that ambassador for Minister of Health, some of them start going there, they should take him from there because the man criticized the Bible. All of them just publicizing the Bible, start attacking the man. So
no, don't even use the word attack. Let me tell you, I walked with him today with that guy. In fact, when he started that whole time comedian, even before start Benny, that guy myself walked with him, became best. If I would begin friends with
listen
now.
But let me ask you
but the way you're dragging me into the no. The way you do the hotel, Steve, you got to slow down. Everyone be careful too. We may be caught up too in the web. And I don't want us to be on the radio or on the show and be caught up into. If you have your belief that maybe the Bible or this and this, or maybe you don't trust anything, it is your right. That's what I'm saying, yeah. But you will not come here and insult millions of people that believe in certain things. That's all right. And that's what I believe in. That's what I'm saying to you. So let respect that. That's my point here, Steve. Let respect that.
Amen.
The man he's saying Muslim, or you're not Muslim, or you're Christian, you're not Christian. That's business. But don't insult
what the argument is all about? What the man trying to question? I don't get it.
So, Mark,
the man question the Bible. Wait now.
You don't know the whole conversation. You just started like that. Don't you join, sir? Because me, I know from where you're coming from. So let me just explain to her more than more with the job. Mom, according to all, because I've been following for a little time, I've been following the entire conversation. What made me to even come in was when the man brought in about the Bible, situation and this and that. How in fact how we've been brainwashed, because most of our quote unquote educated brothers out there who feel that maybe that they are quote unquote educated, they always having the mindset that the Christians, the Muslims, they have been brainwashed by Western people, which of course I say Western education is what they're having, and what they're learning. But that's not the issue. Yeah, the issue. So they got started with attacking. Say, I know one pastor, attacking or say something towards him. Okay, good. If the pastor says something towards you, or maybe that you don't like, go back to the same pastor and be able to tell him what you don't like, and maybe his statement or a comment, because it's almost like why daddy did. Yeah, daddy was putting on people here, right? And we condemn that. So if you have issue, go there, but I think that there were that whole that entire thing started from. They started holding until it reached to where in fact he had to even apologize now that in fact that he's sorry, but at the end of the day he feeling insulting, almost like comments insulting, calling the Bible fake. So that's what brought me in. I said no. If they got going this far now, then I mean their team, then you have something. Even if you're quote unquote, if you're part of the religion before and you left, or maybe you are leaving, you have no right to even insult the people. So that what happened, Monk?
Well, what are you talking about, man?
You told the story one side, man. You told the story one side.
I'm still confused. I can't get a logic in the discussion. I don't take
it. Hands, because no one talking for Edo Sue the Christians and
No,
Okay,
but
let me talk to you. Let me talk small now.
No, but don't be personal. Don't say Christian. No, don't be personal. Yeah.
But you are a Christian faith, you trying to defend, right? And I religion you defending.
No, I'm not defending
Okay,
nothing
sorry.
here. I'm defending. I'm not telling you it's wrongdoing.
Okay, let me get someone rising up more now. More. The man asked a question about Eve in the Bible. First of all, the man started his assertion. Part of the reason, in fact, he used that as a supporting case to ask this question regarding Eve about her menstrual cycle. And because initially he had claimed, now this is the question he asked. Did Eve start receiving her period the same day as she was created? Who really wrote this Bible? Melbourne, let me say Melbourne Monk, that the question the man asked though, because the man laid the premises first and said the Bible is fake. Then he came and followed up and asked the question. Now the kind of man committed there, he insulted with me by asking the question. So that man Melbourne in their feelings.
No, it's not true.
The case that he was making is a very silly case. You can say the Bible is fake. You can question the historical and the archaeological evidences in terms of the chronological order of the Bible, because there were different men and different people writing the Bible at different times. You cannot say the Bible is fake.
It's fake.
Because the Bible been around is one of the greatest sellers in human history. You cannot say it's fake. You can say, okay, Matthew had another account or John had another account, but they were all giving an account, so they were writing their own thing. But you cannot say the Bible is fake. Second of all, the Bible never gave us any biological breakdown of menstrual cycle. That one thing. Matter of fact, that's something they call epigenetic. Over time, the human being body changed. So who can tell that during the creation of Eve, she was even going through any menstrual cycle? Because, like I said, when you talk about epigenetic, it means your environment and gene, it changed over time. So even sicknesses and diseases, there were people that were before all the network. Some people live up to 900 years. How many people like Methuselah? Were you question? Yeah. There were people after the flood that lived for more than 300-400 years. How many people can even crack 100 these days? Because over time, things change over time. So the idea that you will ask for someone menstrual cycle from creation, it doesn't make any sense. That's stupid.
So Mongo, and you see how you answering the question, you see how you addressing the issue. Did you ever go and say they should unfollow him, they should cancel him, and all he commented what he's doing if he's working with the ministry of
No. But see, you gotta stop. People want him. They put him there fasting. They put him there the same way one more talk. You know, they put him on the go busting. That's why I say you never follow. No, be fair, you know. When it comes to the war, I want to be fair. We have been bashing religious people here. But they want,
let me end my thought. Let me end my thought. Let me end my thought. You disagree with me, but let me end my thought. What are they advancing to not say it in public or say it in public? You see how Monk provided education and information to the young man to kind of get him to, first of all, redirect a question, whether he wants to criticize the Bible or eventually whatever he has, right? But redirect a question in a way that the questions will be reasonable and logical so that people can see sense in it. While the monk now said because he said the Bible is fake, they should remove him from his job because he said the Bible is fake. So everybody who Christian should go and follow him. That's why I'm saying this is where I got a concern. I got a problem. We can't do that. It's wrong. If you don't want to provide information to them or educating, leave him alone, let him continue in his foolery. There's nothing wrong with him being thinking foolish and feeling foolish. A lot of people do act that way. Going as far as saying they should cancel him, they should unfollow him, they should do their wrong because he said this about the Bible. It's wrong. That's my point. And I stand by that. It is wrong. We can do that.
Even to that, even to that, in fact, the man come out Stephen said that he not believe in any religion. That's good. So, I don't know when he said. No, I agree with him. So as when he said that, Steve, then you have no right anymore to insult the one more said to insult and load down on any religion because he said that you are not part of any religion.
He never insulted the Christian religion. Stop saying insult.
When you just defending, I've been following this.
No, but the man never insulted the Christian religion. The Bible is short. I also understand that. The narrative that when somebody criticizes something, that means they're insulting. Reality people got right. That's not an insult.
And when I have you people criticizing of religion look like, then it's bad. Then it's bad, Steve. Because the one Mom said it's very easy. You can't respect for like even the doctor tell us that when we into our mother womb, we are from 1 day old to 9 months. But when your mother gave birth to you, you are 0 day old.
So what is insulting? What is insulting?
For the men of the Bible is filled with insult. You keep asking questions. You won't know beyond the Bible. You won't condemn this because you are a little bit educated. It's wrong. For some of them,
no, it's not wrong. No, it is not. It is not. People who are brainwashed, that's not the thing that is wrong. People must ask questions. As part of growth and education, you must question the things that you learn. You don't know that. That in Liberia, you got that mindset. When somebody questions something they wrong, disrespectful.
How will you question things and even insult the same group of people that even make you today to be educated the way? So at the end of the day,
you don't insult anybody.
There you go. Go ahead.
He never insulted anybody. I challenge you to prove that he insulted anybody. I challenge anybody from the Christian faith to prove that young man insulted because he said the Bible fake. That's not an insult. He got a right to say that. This is a perfect opportunity to educate and inform this man. And that's what I'm trying to tell you. Until Christians can stop having that mindset, I'm telling you, you will be emotional and taking everything personal. But more closer on the topic, so we can move on to the topics.
No.
Okay.
No, I disagree with you.
I know when it comes to religion, it's one of the reasons I prefer to be a Christian because I think they are more liberal when it comes to tolerating something any other religion on the planet. That's why I believe.
Stop that, man.
Even when you read the Bible,
we can one with you on something. But
get a mention and talk now. Get a mention and talk now.
Let me go ahead.
Like I was saying again, I say one of the many reasons I subscribe to the Christian faith, I think they're more tolerant and liberal when it comes to their religion, unlike other religions in the world. Because when you see Christian pushing back because they disagree with somebody, then it does not even represent Christianity. Because even Jesus Christ, when he was commissioning his disciples, he said, when you should go and spread the word of God, if they refuse, you knock the dust off your feet and leave. That's it. Exactly. He never told anybody to kill in his name, to fight or to argue. That's his belief. The one thing I know, when we came on this planet, it took thousands of years before we started conducting research or experiment. Matter of fact, even some of the research that we grew up knowing in history, some of them were wrong. The premises were all wrong. So just because you can conduct research, it means that even say accurate. So look, I tell people I believe in spirituality over religion because religion was created by man. If you follow the teaching, if you follow the nature of God himself, you will be more into spirituality than religion. Because when you stop subscribing to too much of a religion, the only thing I know, you become a terrorist. Because there will be people who will push back on your belief. More definitely, you will find people like that. The question is, how do you react? I'm not going to make any confusion with him. I know he can wallow me in ignorance because talking about someone menstrual, talking about science to begin with, when the Bible was written, why would I even want to waste my time in such an argument? But going after him, I said, if you are a Christian and you want to be defensive, then it means you contradict your own Christianity faith because it tells you about tolerance and accepting people's behavior and walking away. So
exactly.
After him.
Good. So Steve, I come in. So now listen to more talking about walking away. So if the people, or maybe if these people are walking away, why you have issues? Steve?
I mean, I'm gonna go out.
No.
Okay. What a question.
So if the people are walking away, then why you have issues?
No, the people are not walking away.
Huh?
The people are not walking away. You never listen to what Monk said. You are misinterpreting what Monk said. Monk was clear that you don't have to engage into argument or defend Bible or anything or force with anybody or fight with anybody. They can go in their belief. If you carry Christianity to them, the Bible says you dust your feet and you leave them alone. So what that means, in other words, listen. When you see, there's the problem. When you speak, people listen. When people speaking, get in the thought. Don't let me to be in the middle of my thought and you jump inside. Not fair. So let me learn that, please. Melbourne. What that means is, if you galvanize or you gather Christians and say all Christians must go and unfollow him because he said the Bible is fake, that's not walking the way. No, that is not. When you go and say they must remove him from his job as ambassador, as the minister at the Ministry of Health, the other places he's ambassador because he criticized Christian religion or because he said the Bible is fake, they must remove him. Then that's what Jesus was speaking about. You don't fight back. You are fighting back. And Monk is saying, and that's true. Christians should not be fighting back. It's okay for you to present a message. The person don't want to accept it. You leave that go in the ignorance. So the man saying something that is ignorant. You who know the truth, why get vexed to the point where you say they must cancel because they say that? It's wrong. And I will stand by it. It's wrong. I don't want other people to do it to other people. I don't want other religions to do it to other people. When Christians do it, I will speak against it. I'm not in support of what he said. I'm in support of the fact that his rights must be protected. Nobody should go after him because he disagrees with Christianity or because he said he believes in any religion. That's not right. There's some people who are atheists. They don't believe in any religion. Some people believe in the moon. Some people believe in the sun. Some people in this country, there's some people that part of religion called Scientology. Crazy thing going on. What you will do, you will get there with it. So that's what I'm saying. Let's stop acting. Christians should start acting emotional. Should start getting mad. Use option to educate and inform this. Simple.
So I think the Christians, the Christian religion for me around the world is the best.
Okay.
From all indication, I think that's what you're talking about.
I didn't say the best. That's the one I subscribe to. That's the one that makes sense.
So I think I heard you talking about when it comes to tolerance, right?
Oh yeah. When it comes to tolerance, no religion is tolerant than Christianity. No.
Be frank.
Oh, that's a fact.
You're right. They will not be here and there and be pretending here and there. The Christian community or the Christian religion is more tolerant. So sometimes when you see them going the way they are going, amongst say maybe a few of them who feel that maybe Abbas and myself will stay friends. Well, I'm not following, or maybe I'm not black. No, I won't do that. The only thing I will continue to post somebody thing when you post, I will say no, this is wrong, and you have to do that by writing. I will never call people and say black man, don't go for the man ambassador do you or let the man be removed. No, that's not the right thing to do. The people are saying I agree, but also there are other people who will not want to waste all of their time and other energy. What they will do is to just walk away freely because of they are talk, they may have talk and they get tired. They're all just stiff. You know how many pastors I can reach out to you myself? Ain't no one. But we say yeah, and we stay strong. So let's move on, man.
Let me close this segment on the people who claiming to be fighting, right? That's why I keep telling folks, you gotta read, you gotta understand, you gotta question some things, even when you believe it. That's why people don't like to think. Because thinking will make you to question a lot of things. So people will like to go with their emotion. Yep. That's why you see human beings usually make emotional decisions and not logic. Because logic will make you to question your own belief and make you to even, or discard something that you've been trained to believe. The thing is, Christianity itself is not an official religion. And most Christians don't understand that. Christianity is a lifestyle. That's why we only follow the teaching and the lifestyle of one man that came to this world that we believe was a representation of God and man, what we can call Trinity or the 3 in 1. Because human being, we got body, soul, and spirit. So we are 3 entities in one. So, and this very man warned us that you cannot be intolerant. Matter of fact, he said, I came not for the righteous, but sinners unto repentance. He will criticize. He will mock, the lie against him. So if you got your belief, the one reason he will even be able to make such a statement because he know he in a tolerant society. He in a Liberia where he can, because he's a comedian, he's famous. If he's going to question the Bible, then it means that he must believe he in a society that he's protected. That's why he will make that belief. I bet him. If he was predominantly Islamic state, his neck will be chopped off in broad daylight. But the reason he will come out to say that because he understands the society. So I'm not going to argue about tolerance here. So for our people who want to keep playing defense for your religion, look, like I said, religion will only lead you astray because people will always question your belief. That's why we got different religions in the world. If God wanted us to believe the same religion, there would have been multiple religions in the world. Everybody going to believe in one thing. But for the fact that you got Buddhists, you got Hindus, you got Confucianists, people that believe in tree, water, traditional spirituality, there will always be friction. So your job as a Christian is to believe in your faith and try to spread the word of God to other people. You are not there to go and be fighting people in the street and attacking them and calling for a block and all the nonsense. No, that's not your job. Then you don't understand Christianity. You don't. Well, what happened between Peter and Jesus in the Bible? When Peter slashed the ear of one of the centurion, the Roman soldier.
Jesus said you can't do that.
Well, okay. So why you can't right there? You can't fight for me.
Exactly. So you can't fight for me.
I can call a host of angels if I wanted to. Why would you want to use physical knife to slash someone's ear? Why it tells you understand your Bible, man.
Folks. They seem to be talking here, and I get in there feeling again the boundary around, but you'll be fine. Let's switch to the politics. Politics for the day. Monk, a lot was going on. The politics, the most recent one is the Supreme Court's ruling. One of the judges, in person of Kaba, Judge Yusuf Kaba. Another thing, they're trying to revive the Samuel Tuer case. We'll talk about those. And then the last thing we'll talk about will be Senator Darius DeLong proposal or legislation that he's preferring, which has not gone anywhere, so far. There can be a lot of amendments. But let's stick with the conversation of the day. Monk, I don't know. Let me make this statement and I'll ask you this question. I sent a video today for some of you who don't know A.B. Talbot. Maybe sometime Melbourne will have chance to play that video so you can listen to A.B. Talbot. You remember A.B. Talbot was allegedly killed after the coup. Some of you will see A.B. Talbot's picture maybe for the first time or in video. And we'll probably get to the reasons why I'm talking about A.B. Talbot, because some of you're born during the wartime. You don't know history. But you when you open your mouth to speak, you can say we are custodians of history. No, you have no clue. You don't read. You don't do research. You don't have your facts aligned. You are not accustomed to different worldviews, different events that happened in reality, in politics. And so when you speak from a bleak point of view or a myopic point of view, and this is not to insult anyone, but there are some historical facts and precedences about what's going on. Monk, what say you today about the justice system or the three branches of government based on what you heard or what you read in the paper from the judge's ruling today at the Supreme Court level? What say you? How do you react to that?
From my little understanding, I think they were citing a procedural error on the part of for this, for the bit of information, because I think Yeke trying to he won't put the entire legislature in contempt of the court. But the thing here is looking at the history and things that have been happening within the judicial system and the perception of the justice system in Labrador is so tinted to the extent that every little thing will send some kind of a political implication. You think that someone is trying to put their thumb on the nail because it's almost like a targeting of Yeke Koluba. That is how the average Liberian is going to interpret it, because you cannot have a border dispute and someone giving an opinion on it and you want to use that to expel him. There is not an appointed position, there's an elected official. And one of the things that caught my attention is like they were talking that the communication should have been handled by the sergeant at arms rather than the marshal. But the marshal on so many occasions been handling written communication from the court. Now you are saying that the court is not capable of going through the proper procedure when it comes to sending written communication to lawmakers in the House and how it should be handled. And like I said on the show yesterday, they found the matter that even the Speaker of the House was able to weigh in. He on video for acknowledging, because when he said there was a circulation on social media, it means that they knew, they were in the know of this particular matter. So I don't know what the judge or the justice in chamber is trying to achieve here, because you can talk about procedural error, but it does not change the merit of the case itself. And I don't know, Steve, it's kind of a little bit tricky to me. But now, the one thing that I know, listening, you get called about legal representation. I think they said they're going to take a full appeal to the bench, the full bench. And the one thing about the full bench is once the full bench and appeal is taken to the full bench, the full bench will have to make a determination on the case. That's one thing. And before that can happen, it means that even the House cannot take any action, because an appeal is almost like a temporary put any action from the House on hold, because it's almost like a stay order also when you file an appeal with the full Supreme Court, right? So it means there is nothing that can be done. But my thing here is the whole rigmarole. Like I said, it won't end well for the people who trying to expel Yeke, because logically they don't have a case against him. I know they have the politics on their side, like they have always done, but legally, once this incorporate a constitutional matter, getting rid of Yeke like this is going to be almost impossible. So for me, I'm hoping that the full bench can take that appeal, because I want to see how they will rule on this thing. That's my only prayer. I want to test the whole legal proceeding in Liberia to see how our justices and the full bench of the Liberian Supreme Court will rule against Yeke. I know that will not happen, but all the procedural misstep and politics, it's not going to help the situation. It's only going to prolong things, because you can say, okay, yeah, the man never went to the proper channel, but at the end of the day, it's still an appeal, and you're not going to overturn the appeal because he didn't go to the proper standard. My thing here is I want to see the outcome of the case. Whether Yeke will come out clean or whether he will be a victim, I just want to see, and the Liberian people want to see the official ruling from this case as to how they're going to come down on Yeke Koluba, or maybe give a zero to the state, because I know there are some big hands in Yeke removal. We saw it. It was even visible during the emergency session that was called. You call for an emergency session, you spread extra resources, give people incentive, only to spend almost 8 to 9 days of the special session deliberating on one guy that you are so obsessed with removing, rather than other pressing issues facing the country. So for me, you can play the politics, you can do all the procedural mistakes. At the end of the day, it does not change the merit of the case. And we will want to see the final ruling from the court, the full bench. And they took an appeal to the full bench. So we wait to see the outcome. That's all I can say for now on this matter.
Thank you, Mo. This morning, I wrote something on Facebook. For those of you who don't know my name on Facebook, Moses is my name on Facebook. Normally, when you come on Facebook and you send me a friend request, because I know some of you might want to send me a friend request. When you send me a friend request and your profile is locked, I will block you, because I'm not part of stupid people. So don't send me a friend request. Don't think about it. You can follow me, that's fine. Don't send me a friend request, because I will block you. I'm not part of. This is a social media thing. If you get anything to protect and you so in yourself or whatever, then stay over there. Don't send me a friend request. 2, don't come in my inbox. Hey, hi, handsome. Don't bring that foolishness to me. I'm not part of it. You try, I'll block you. I don't do foolish things. I'm not part of that your foolish games you got going on. I don't want to be in that. So let the message be clear as we're listening. If you can't send me a friend request, or you get something you want to say what you want to say. If you're looking for a man, can't say you're looking for a man. Don't come with foolishness. Plus, I don't work for UN. I don't work for no non-profit organization as I speak to you. So don't ask me for help. I'm not going to do it. You have a government. Go to the government. That's why you elected the government. I don't do that. So let's be clear. Those are my 3 stipulations. As long as you can follow it, you can send me friend requests. I will choose to answer you or not. But Melbourne, this is what I wrote. The Supreme Court of Liberia has the perfect opportunity to get on track and reclaim its independence in a case with Yeke. The host was wrong. It must be corrected now. Melbourne, do you think based on what Monk just said, do you think the Supreme Court has a perfect opportunity to still redeem itself? Because maybe Judge Yusuf Kabah never wanted to put it in where he, or he didn't want to take the full burden or the full blame. Do you think the horse has an opportunity to get this thing straight?
Well, I think, yes, it's a perfect question. And myself, I read through your post, and, sometimes your post said, sometimes we wonder as to how we want to get better if we keep undermining the system over and over. But again, my brother, I think Lamont said from all indications, the power the power on top is always the one controlling things, no matter how you want to put it, no matter what you want to say, no matter how you want to do it, because or expel Representative Kodoba said when you were leaving today for Ghana that he was surprised because there are no different way of carrying communication to the horse. So how can now it reach his time and there are procedures, there are ways to carry communication. So I think yes, maybe nobody want to take the blame. I think Yusuf Kaba also who they fear everybody now afraid because look, we now run a system where the president is the one control things. When you say these things, people think that the judicial system is the problem. The House of Representatives is the problem. But the president is the problem. Until the president can forget about the people to do their job, Steve, we'll get a better country and we'll get a better Liberia. But all else, my brother, we'll continue to see some of these things happening. And the mom was saying maybe the kids will go forward, maybe you'll go a little distance, it will go too long, so for months. Even if the kids go to the full bench, for me, I think the kids will end like the former speaker or Jeff from the Kofa situation. So yes, Steve, your post today again we watch another situation where the court were brave to say that they didn't maybe there was procedure error from the Kodoba team or lawyers that yes indeed they didn't carry the I don't know how that happened, but remember that the system we live in, that the system that we're in, where they want to commit crime, they want to go to the law, they want to have the power, they want to have the connection with work free. So, Steve, it's difficult. This is a very, very difficult situation.
Steve, the thing I'm suspecting, looking at the whole case, right? The inconsistency, the premise on which they want to expel sitting lawmaker. Like I said, it will not hold. That's why I think more people should be interested in the full bench Supreme Court ruling, because maybe they would disgrace themselves again. But I don't see that scenario. And people like to make comparisons with Fanatikova case. Fanatikova case, they are apple to oranges. They are not the same. One is constitutional matter. One started from the House, which is the removal of a sitting speaker by his own colleague. That's a whole different thing. One thing here is, they are telling you, when the marshal served the document, he went to in the court, they are saying that they got evidence that it was served. But the marshal took it to a receptionist and to some computer desk. Okay. Nobody with a brain would believe that. The marshal know that our written information coming from the Supreme Court, he's not going to take it and go put on some random decks. You want me to believe that? That no feature communication coming from the Supreme Court from the experienced employee in the house, even in the absence of the sergeant at arms. You telling me the marshal don't know what to do? Why would he take it to a computer desk or to some receptionist? Okay, now if the court is telling us that they have evidences that the marshal served, even though he didn't go to the proper procedure, how you got that evidence? And matter of fact, which process was done before for the marshal to even go and even say deliver such a document? Because the marshal, like I said, he's not some random guy. He been there before. He can deputize in the absence of the sergeant at arms. And he know the hierarchy. He knew where the letter came from or the particular bill of information came from. So the whole idea, I don't know if Justice Kaba is trying to cover up here or trying to save face, but it doesn't add up. I know if this guy have been doing this thing before, he knows the procedure. Now, they want to find like a off-ramp by saying, oh, according to the House own rules and order, in the absence of the sergeant, I don't know, or section 26.5 or whatsoever. No, it still doesn't add up. Like I said, in the end, it's all about the merit of the case, not the procedural step. Because even some of the top lawyers in the world, they can make some procedural error. But can that change the outcome of the case? That's what we are looking at. That's why I keep saying, whether Justice Kaba will rule in favor or against Yeke, we just want to see the action of the full Supreme Court bench of Liberia, so they can embarrass themselves again to the rest of the world because they want to please one man. And the post we made today, I commented on that post. I said, one case will not change the reputation of the court. It won't give them a good name. Even if they rule in Yeke's favor, by saying what the House member did were illegal, they need to make doing the right thing like standard operating procedure. It must be done repeatedly because they are the court. Steve, in any functioning society, in any democracy, when they got two We only got two safety nets. The courts first, and when everything breaks down, the military. That's why everywhere in the world, the legal system, the court system, the judiciary system is what everybody depends on. We cannot be having constitutional crisis every single day of the week. It just doesn't make sense. It doesn't bode well for the country. Well, I'll stop there.
Thank you so much. Maybe, are we going to the news bulletin so we can turn it over to you? Can you keep us posted? Maybe, can you keep us posted so we can make that determination, please?
Yes, we are going for the news break already. The team already in studio. So
okay, so then when we get back, then we can pick up from there because I have my tape, but I will hold off until we get back. I'll give it to you, Mabel.
You also, where are you headed?
I'm on my way to Ghana.
Okay, your case today, it was, the ruling was on today, just ended the court denied your bill of information.
When Joseph Boga Lele is going to the country. Look, the Supreme Court have been serving paper on the horse. The marshal know how to serve paper. So if it is today that the marshal don't know how to serve paper, it's up to them. You think I react here? Let Joseph Boga go in the country. Joseph Boga does not own this country. This country is owned by the Liberian. Joseph Boga, please leave the road, boss man. How's that go? Joseph Boga has decided to rob this country. Joseph Boga is a common criminal. And he thinks he was for the justice system of this country. So it is today that the Supreme Court don't know how to serve paper. It's up to them. Let the Supreme Court look. My lawyer just called me. He said he took a few up to the full bench. When they reach the full bench, now the full bench on there as I do here.
The justice in chambers told your lawyers that the justice in chambers told your lawyers that you should have addressed your legal team with the rules. So
I'm working with the court now. Do I work with the court? I do not work with the court. I do not work with the court. They don't expect me to do the work of the court. This court have been serving that house. This Supreme Court have been serving our horse. And it's today, because of my kids, they don't know how to serve the horse. It's up to them. When the country, investors are on their way coming. Look, Mr. Parker have lost control of this country. Mr. Parker have become very irresponsible. Mr. Parker went to Dumia, made for all of him. All men like him, be reckless. You listen to Dumia. Dumia say, I have a polar issue. Somebody took a land to tell the person, say, you own my land. Why are you doing that? I have a polar issue. He talking to them on radio patrol go low. Joseph Boga go low for.
So you think there's an interference from the executive?
A level Joseph Boga don't even interfere with Qatar and your business. When you want to interfere with Tire Man, let interfere with Tire Man. Look, this thing will not move me. I'm on my way to see my family. Look, I got the information saying yesterday. I told Skenton, I said Kaba will rule this way. Senator said, I said Kaba will rule this way because you got somebody that drink with that got epilepsy. If folk cannot fit in a shoe, any shoe you wear, he will wear the slipper. Those are serious people. Bringing the country to public relation, they cannot move me. When I get back in the country, I go my country.
This is the first stage. Do you believe in the justice system?
I believe in anything. Let them spoil the country.
What will happen if you reach the full bench? What will happen
next? Let the full bench tongue answer. You think I react here? I don't care. Spoil the country because of Yaka. We expect Mr. Parker to be one of the best person ever in the country. But instead of being one of the best person ever in the country, he has become a reckless old man that knows very well that the lane there is for Guinea. Look, I'm maintaining that the lane at Guinea is for them. I'm maintaining my statement. I cannot revoke my statement. It is for Yeke to tell Mr. Parker sorry to be represented, to hell with the representative job. I don't need it. I don't need it. You see me passing around calling Joseph Parker. That one are talking recklessly. He's talking to them when Patrick go low. To hell with Joseph Parker. What do I care? To see my family.
You sound so disappointed today.
I don't sound, I'm always active. I can never get disappointed about a reckless man that was already in the grave. Joseph Parker already dead. I brought him back to life. So Joseph Parker, I can make Joseph Parker scared. He can make me scared. When the ball bounce, the rule change. What's the process?
Will you back President Parker before you come?
No more required for a verdict. And so some of those charges were hung verdict, that's what we call hung verdict. When this particular verdict was returned by the trial jury, specifically because of the sensitivity and the public interest that this particular case attracts, there is a need for us to speak to the press. As you are all aware, on the 8th of May, 2026, the jury case Samuel Twed and others versus the government of Liberia. This is the government of Liberia versus Samuel Twed and all in the economic sabotage case, theft of property, money laundering, criminal conspiracy, criminal facilitation. The juror on the 8th of May returned a verdict of not guilty in favor of Samuel D. Twed Jr. and Kopo. The juror also acquitted some of the defendants in the case on specific charges and why they failed to reach at a point of a verdict, meaning they did not get the number required for a verdict. And so some of those charges were hung verdict, that's what we call hung verdict. When this particular verdict was returned by the trial jury, specifically that acquitted Honorable Samuel D. Twed Jr., the number of jurors who gave us the verdict were 9. 3 of those jurors who disagreed that Twed should be found guilty were 3. So we got a verdict in all of the charges. That is the law. There are certain things that we want to have you informed that many of you will not know. The procedural steps required before the juror can be allowed to go home when the verdict is returned. So when this verdict was read, the first thing the judge decided was to ask the jurors whether they have reached a verdict. And if that is the case, who will speak on behalf of the jurors? That is a specific question that the judge asked through the clerk of court. And then the jurors said they have returned with a verdict, and that the four lady means the head of the juror, because she was a female. She's a female. Said that she will speak on behalf of the jury. The law says you must read the verdict in open court. So the next step was to read the verdict in open court for everybody to hear. The next procedural requirement in that process is that the judge is required to ascertain from the jurors whether the verdict is their decision. That's what we call pooling the jurors. So you observe in the trial that the clerk took all of the verdicts forms that I have in my possession. First went to the full lady. Is this your verdict? Yes, it is my verdict. Is this your verdict? Yes, it is my verdict. Is this your verdict? Yes. The purpose of that is for the court to be certified that the decision reached by the jury was done by the jury themselves without any outside interference. That is the purpose, the legislative intent behind why they pulled the jury. Now, when that was done, it was on the basis of that the court will now authorize that the verdict be recorded on the minutes by law. Those jurors, those defendants, including Honorable Samuel D. Twed Jr., who were acquitted, meaning free and set free by the jury, right there the judge automatically ruled that you are hereby forthwith acquitted and that you have no case before this court, you are a free man to go. And that's why you saw symbolically, by substance and form, Samuel Twed Jr. and Kopo, the FIA controller, Moses Kopo, were taken from the jury, let's say the defendant's dog, and they were placed among, they were told them to sit among the people who were in the court, meaning they are free people, they had nothing to do with the court. But the law provides that at that stage, the jurors are still under the of them have been read in open court and the jurors have been pooled. We most respectfully request this court now to thank the jurors, tell them thanks for their services and constitutional functions that they have performed, and disband them, because that's the law. Disband them, and they should not be asked any question as to that particular case when they are disbanded. The prosecution went further and said the same thing. This is what the prosecution said, and I will read it for the benefit of the public. The prosecution went further and said the following. Okay, just a minute. This is what they went further with. This is what we said. To which verdict the juror went. So the court said the exception is hereby noted. Then we made a submission. When we made a submission, this is what we read. The defense respectfully accept in part to the guilty verdict against Councillor Nyati Tuan for the charges of theft of property, criminal facilitation, criminal conspiracy.
Well, so we're back after the news break. Thanks to those of you who've been watching and following. These are some of the happening back home. Yeah, Steve will soon join very soon. Okay, good. I think the team, they are already here with us. So, yeah, Steve, we're back after the news.
Yeah, so,
I think
thank you.
we can continue. Yeah. So
let me go back to the first point we're making about what you're gonna call about in the Supreme Court. Let me say something. I think Monk started to talk about it. Let me expand on it and what Milburn says. Well, I think the first thing we must understand is the Supreme Court. What Justice Kabat did today was to take the trouble from here and put it on all of them here. Let me put it in a simple form. Justice Kabat said, and I want my one to make a decision here before they'll blame me for it later on. Don't carry order. So other can decide. Because I get my own position, but I won't talk it. Don't carry order so other can decide. Like Monk said, it will be practically impossible for all the Supreme Court justices to rule a certain way. Even if they were to rule a certain way, how did the current justice that we have today, what are you again? We say? How do we get Yami Gwese? Some of you, like I said, you don't remember history. How did we get Yami Gwese? We got Yami Gwese because after all of them agreed to rule in the case of the fire or fanatical fact that the horse was wrong, after all of them decided to rule in a ultra-virus case, they used the word ultra-virus, which means the horse was wrong. What happened? And Yami Gwese moved from behind all of them and change it. Say, eh? So rather, let it go to them. Good. Let it kick the ball to them. The reason I'm saying this is because, first of all, how did the House of Representatives know that the master or the sergeant of arms, whoever carried it,
the marshal. Yeah, the marshal was the one that delivered it. Yeah.
How did they know that he carried to somebody from IT or from security? How did they know? How did they know? They know anything about letter when I said, but how did they know?
They know. Something that was not delivered properly, but they know how it was delivered.
Yeah, they know who it was delivered to. Now, let me say this. This thing will catch up with you eventually. It will. Let me be very honest, it will catch up with you. And it will be split in serious division. This case is not over yet. Milburn, the video I just sent you just now. Can you play that video? Because something else is happening, something else is brewing. Quickly, before Milburn play that video. Milburn, before you play that video. Let's come to the Samuel.
You're talking about the introvert?
No. Francis Yumale. I sent you a video about Francis Yumale. But before we come to Francis Yumale.
Let me see. Yeah, because just illustrate the challenge so they take it straight from the system.
Yeah, so before we come to Francis Yumale, I sent it to you personally.
To cover all the topics, Steve, I think you have to shut it down.
Yeah, because
okay, maybe we'll deal with Francis Yumale tomorrow. Before we come to Francis Yumale, I want also to spend some time on the DeLong's proposal. Tomorrow we'll talk about Francis Umale and Samuel Twe. Let's spend some time on the Dillon's proposal because there are a lot of different feedback. There are a lot of different things that are happening. A lot of people are saying different things. Maybe I'm not sure if you had the opportunity to go through it or to hear anything about it, but let's hear from you. What is your reaction, first of all, to the Dillon's proposal? So basically, let me make it simple. Let me put it in simple English. What Dillon's saying, he wants us in America, those in Europe, in Australia, in Ghana, so long you're not living in Liberia. When you send any money, when you send money for your people, they should take $1 from there. So let's say I decide to send $5 from Melbourne today. The government will take $1. Yeah, listen, but I just for the government. We're not talking about the fee that you got to pay to the maybe when somebody send you $5 right now, how much fee they can take from there?
Well, I think the company can take off something like 50 cents if the something I think below 50.
So let you 50 cents. Let you 50 cents. So let me make it simple for our people. The 50 cents that they're taking off from that $5 that was sent to Melbourne, that means Melbourne will get $4.50 now. That 50 cents not going to the government. No, it's for the MTN or whoever running that program, it's for them. Or whoever is going to pick it up from them. We on the side, we get another fee too that we can pay. When we send $50 yeah, today, we can pay money when we send money to you. We don't send money for free. So if your person so will send $40 to you, and you see them sending $35, if you got to use the other $5 to send $40. And then when you go pick up that $35 again, they got to take us something from in that $35 again. So the government saying a part of the thing that they don't saying, apart from the one that they've been taking from on your that 50 cents they've been taking from there, they don't say instead of you getting $4.50, you will get $3.50 now because the government will take $1. So Memo, what is your reaction? That's what they don't say. Let me say.
Thank you, Chairman. I like the way you can break some of these things down so that our people will be able to understand some of these things. But the news break up, I think last evening, and Monk also shared with us in a chat room. He and myself were like talking back to back about it. Because let me be frank, my brother. I think from all indications, Liberians, they want to develop their country. But it's just about the system being polluted. The system been terrible. Like Morgan and myself, I were arguing on last time. I said, oh yes, maybe I look at this, it's no good, but then I got to ask more. Who going to control these monies? Because even the one that we are collecting here that we're paying taxes and we don't even understand anything. And when you take out that $1, then you just break everything down. It will be compulsory. So that, for example, as Steve said, if you're supposed to receive maybe something, they will take out $1.50 from our father. You don't need to be father because the father, the company, they have to take out their own cent. Then the government take out $1 for what they call, I don't know, Diaspora Development Fund or what you may call. For me, you know, these things are good things that will take our country somewhere. But Steve, at the end of the day, here on today, we're running after 6.2 million. We're running after 1.9 billion. We're hearing that there's no documents for money here. So for me, my concern is how the money will be protected. Because you people have been doing well. At the end of the day, you will get all the last names, all the adjectives being described to you people, but say they're coming back with the kind of system and say, okay, yeah, let's take up $1 from the money that our people send. But again, I think there should be more to this. How as to where the money will be, even though they talk about central bank, and what they said the money will be deposited into the central bank and all the kind of thing. But I know our system. The power that be can control the money in another person. Even the person who works at the central bank there, when they even want to even talk because the president order, exactly the order you want. You want say the $5 million you get in the account, you bring it out. What you will do? So for me, I'm more concerned about the money, how the money will be spent, and we're going to look after all of these things. Even though I'm hearing that there'll be committee, Diaspora people will also be on the other group of people will also be there, but still at the end of the day, the power that even respect the voters. Before I even talk about the people who will be spending the day $1, they will start costing them around here again. So I just stay that they were in here until other things.
Thank you so much. Melbourne Monk. How do you react to this proposal from Senator Dillon? What do you think about it?
Well, you got to look at it from a holistic standpoint. For me, I'm not against the idea. It's the new normal all around Africa. They got diaspora community. I think you send me a link to. I think we're one other country. The people who I know that are very active now is Kenya, Ghana, Rwanda, Botswana. I think Kenya, they are the biggest in terms of the remittances. I mean, Nigeria comes first in Africa, but Kenya is one of the largest in terms of remittance funds going back to Africa. In the case of Liberia, it's a whole different ballgame. You know, they got something called taxation or representation. That's why I brought the Civil War in America. When the American people were paying tax to the British government and they were being enslaved in their own country, that's why they rebelled against the British to gain their independence. And looking at the list, the thing that Dillon is proposing, you know, I think Dillon see us here like the cash cow. That the people in the diaspora are only good when it comes to their money. There was a man that was even pushing a legislation to exempt Liberians from their own country because he believed they carry another passport. But now when it comes to, and you know the list that he presented, education, healthcare, agriculture, youth empowerment, infrastructure, community development, technology, and water sanitation. Then what would be the role of the government if you think that diaspora, taxing diaspora dollar per transaction for remittances to be able to contribute? And one thing they said that it should be all over the country. So technically, you want for diaspora to finance the development of Liberia, right? You know the power of the diaspora. Like I said, we pay double taxes here. We got inflation here with the cost of living getting expensive in the Western world. And then the people who provide direct household support to Liberians, because how many people got jobs in Liberia? The vast majority of the people in Liberia live on remittances fund. That's just what it is. That's the reality. According to 2024 budget from the U.S., how they call it, UNDP, about $800 million sent back home in a single year. I think that was the largest on record in Liberia, $800 million. So for me, I offer development. I don't mind making a dollar contribution to my country. The only difference is we got to meet in the middle. The government have to make some concessions. Liberians in the diaspora have been preaching it for the longest, should be able to vote in election like other countries are doing. They just started a process to create additional 16 or 13 additional seats. We need a diaspora caucus in the House. You should get your 10 seats allocated for people in the diaspora. Only Kenya just did it. I think Gambia is trying to do the same. They got countries where people are voting in parliamentary election, not only presidential election. If you think that the diaspora money is so good to cover healthcare, to cover agriculture, youth empowerment, then we should have a say in our government. At least when we get it wrong at the ballot box, we can all take responsibility. So it is a great idea. I see the positive side of it, but like I said, it needs to come with some precondition. Diaspora should have a caucus in the House. People living overseas should be able to vote and participate in presidential election. Matter of fact, Dillon, let's take it further. I don't think Liberia will have a problem paying $1 on per transaction. Some people really don't want to pay more. But when we talk about accountability, we all know you guys are cash scrap. But you think our people are so dumb that you can lie to them that you are raising excess revenue. We know what's happening in the country. You can't lie your way out of economic situations, Steve. You know one thing, the central bank needs foreign exchange. And what is the largest way to get foreign exchange for a country that can only import, that don't export? Transfer, money transfer. That's why they want the central bank setting on way. That way, getting extra cushion in terms of physical cash in the vault of the central bank. They want that access. So we know the game that is being played. Like I said, I don't have a problem with the political aspect of it. The only thing is, I think the diaspora will believe that we need some kind of a say in the future of Liberia. My brother, there are too many Liberians outside the country. I don't know. I can say maybe close to 1 million. I don't know. I can say they are of voting age because in America alone, more than 400,000. I'm not talking about Europe and other parts of the world, Australia and Canada and other places. So if we can have a say in our government, then we can perfect the bill and make it into a law wherein the country will benefit. Because the one thing that I know, even if we send 500 million, Steve, most of the time when we send money back home, maybe few people are not taking project or businesses, but the vast majority of remittances go to feeding your family, medical emergencies, school fee. Okay, they are good things, but in the long run, it does not benefit the country in the long run in terms of the aggregate. Okay, so if you take dollar per transaction, maybe you can get up to $15-20 million per year. $20 million, if it actually managed, it can make some impact. It can build schools. It can buy sanitary pad for girls. It could do a lot of things in the country. But the question is, when you have credibility with your own management of state resources, what make you think diaspora remittances will be the one to do the trick? The last time I checked, you guys had 1.2 billion. Why should we be contributing to healthcare education? Why is the government role? Yeah. Why should diaspora be financing education in the country when you set over $1.2 billion budget, record-breaking revenue in the history of Liberia? Why should the diaspora be financing some of the low? Well, anyway.
Well, Monk, you know, I agree with you and Milbo, especially you expanding on it. I agree. And then let me applaud Senator Darius Dillon for bringing it up. At least income from someone from the diaspora. So it can look like we're trying to look for political office or one job in Liberia, whatever it is. You know, sometimes maybe God can use people to have a Christian program say in a mysterious way. So God using Dillon in a mysterious way here.
Oh yeah, I think so.
This is unprecedented. This is laudable. I want to thank Senator Darius for mustering the courage to even bring this to the public. Senator Darius Dillon, that's very good. In fact, let me help you make your bill even more attractive so that even all of us in the diaspora can be part of it. Monk said you should give 10 seats.
10 seats.
I'm saying, let's do 10 in the House and let's do 5 in the Senate. 10 in the House, 5 in the Senate, because we have to have voices in both places. We can't have voice one place. Let's have voices in all places at the same time. Those 50 seats, no, Senator Darius, they don't let me proactive. You understand the thing. You know what's going on. You know what you want and what the plan is. We got no problem with it. We love our country, some of us. Don't get me wrong. The reason you see me on the show because I care about Liberia and I love Liberia. I could have been doing my different thing. My man are living, my partner living. So to be honest, I ain't got nothing to be talking about Liberia again. But I care about the country. I want good for the country. Let me say it today again. My man are living, my partner living. I'm supposed to finish shutting the whole Liberia down and focus where I am. But I care about Liberia enough to, want to bring some sanity to the conversation, be part of the conversation, and see how best we. So, Senator Darius Dillon, I'm begging you. First of all, let's shoot. Let on top of that dollar, let they apply and say, you know what? We'll get a diaspora 15 seats, 5 in the Senate, 10 in the House of Representatives.
Of course.
You see? So not only that, but let me even push it forward to show that you guys are ready to see over true and you want credibility and accountability. In fact, the monies that will be collected from here will be managed and spearheaded and supervised by those people that were elected by the diaspora to make sure we give account to the diaspora.
On the coffers.
Exactly. So you're 1.2 billion, like, okay, you're spending you see how we working together? You see how we all working together? But not only that, they don't. Let's even make it better. Maybe they think we can talk to our people down the line, we can increase it to $5. You'll give a voting right too. We not just want a seat.
Yeah.
But we also want the ability to be able to vote from the diaspora. So you see how we balancing the equation? You see how politics sweet? When we balance it like that, then I mean we're helping the government. Look, let me tell you something, Senator Darius Dillon. We've been helping the government. That's why I can hear you talking, and you're overseas, and the people who live overseas, like Monk said, if we were not contributing to the economy back on time, there was no government water. You ain't got nothing on. So all the people carrying where you're riding or whatever it is, that was sweat in it, that was money. The how the working we can do. That so when I hear you coming and talking fully in there, or I hear what you mean, Joseph Boga talking stupid thing. Listen, I'm not worried about that. I know you're not know certain things. Either you're not informed to some extent, or guess what you want to do? You want to play games, but that's fine. But we know the truth. And the truth is the money we gave to Liberia, us who pay taxes in the country, and most of us in the diaspora, I will say today, we are hardworking. And let me say it today. Say anything you want about the people in the diaspora, but we are hardworking and we take care of our people back home. We do. And we take care of other people that are not even our family members. We do. If some of us start telling your tuitions help and other things that will run out of people, you all won't go after other people. We know you. So I was said we can be playing Kaka Lega with you too. We are police, but we're helping our people. Let me tell you something, Senator Darius Delon. Let me say it to you today. Some of the things that we do for people in that country and some of the things that we get going on in that country, if some of us had not invested our money and put it in that country, we don't have a country. Tell the people now rise up in the street against you. So we are in other words, we are doing a heavy lifting in the back. It's time now that let's work together to move the country forward. So I agree with Senator Darius Delon. I'm waiting for all the discourse to do. Senator Darius Delon, let me say it to you. I'm available. You must call me anytime. Let's talk about this. Let's talk about this. We can make the bill perfect. Look, Jared Donald Trump said it can be a big and beautiful bill in Labrador.
Big beautiful bill.
And that's the part I join you people. I join you 100% with all of the recommendations. If all of the recommendations that you people are putting forth, if they will take, because mind you, they have the political fear in them, and like you said, Steve, the role you people play here in this country is not a joke. It's just that for me, you people are not united. Maybe in some of these things, that's I feel that they're where the guys they are, they are using some of the loopholes, to penetrate you people. But if you people were united, Steve, look, then, but if I even have 15 seats that we're talking about, in fact, we're going to be giving you people about to even 30. But because you people are not united, but I hope and pray that if this bill, if Senator Darius Delon said, if you want the bill to be passed, it should involve you people into this bill 100%. And it will not only be about only the money aspect, no, there's so many recommendations that you people are now bringing out. Yeah, that's many recommendations come. Let people be having the right to vote. Let people belong to all Liberians. It's not because you hear another man living outside of the country is telling the person that they are not citizens. No, they are citizens, but you go to the same person, you collect cartoon, you collect medical stuff, you take all kinds of things and bring down home, or maybe bring some of these things back home and say to us that, oh yes, I went to help people, I lobby, they gave me this, they gave me that. But I simply don't want them to vote. So Steve, let me join you people and say yes, Senator Dillon. I know that you follow, even though you are unblacking people a few times, your heart is now good because we're not spending 2029. So that one, there are another discussion. But please involve the people into the bill. Let them have their say and let them give their recommendations.
Let me say to you today, Melbourne, before you go to the land of here for our people, because this is an important topic. Let me say it to you today, and let me say it to the Labrador people.
Oh yes.
Senator Delon and family show every day. Let me say it again. Senator Delon can follow the show every day. Don't mind all that. No, they'll be talking about. All of them can follow the show. Even Joe Ball can follow the show. Joe Ball can watch the show. Joe Ball can watch the show. So we're not worried about that one. And the most important thing here is, as you guys are following, Smoshing better than Bitching. Let's work together now. We can work together to move the country forward. So let's get a big, beautiful bill going and let's move forward. Yeah,
Steve, here's the good thing, right, about this particular proposal. Like you said, God working in a mysterious way. Maybe he the one reveal something to DeLong, because we've been saying this for the longest. The people who are already elected official, your job will not be at risk because you are only sitting at your seat. So your traditional 73 in the House, it remain. Your traditional 30 in the Senate remain. Just create additional 5 or 6 for the Diaspora caucus in the Senate. You create 10 in the House. It means that because you're sitting lawmakers, some House might going to compete against you. No, you are creating additional seat. Just allocate the seat to the Diaspora so we can work collaboratively. It's very easy. Second of all, the government can come up with some idea. Our Diaspora caucus will be the eye on the ground to know how the funds is being managed, because we don't trust them when it comes to accountability. Even though we can use the central bank, we know they need the money and the money goes towards the country. But at the end of the day, we can share ideas. We can make the country better. We can make some investment. Because I keep telling folks, when you look at the situation in Liberia, the Diaspora are the one that carry the lion's share of the burden. Whenever things go wrong in Liberia, or Steve, who bear the cost? People overseas. People are so much out here financially. Every day you got something that call, because if you can create job for the people back there, the only people that will come into rescue will be people that oversee. Every time, my man, it's not easy. Look, I can tell you, brother, the average Liberian, before a year come to an end, they can spend nothing less than $5,000 or $6,000. Even I'm talking about on the low scale. They got people that are averaging 15, 20 grand per year. I know that people working the graveyard shift here over the get to take an entire generation, not even immediate family, because they are the only one that were able to travel overseas. So if you want, I don't think dollar will even be the amount. I guess Labrador will be willing to even pay $5 per transaction when they can see result, because it's just part of human nature. When people see where the money is going, they will be able to put more money there. So Dylan, thanks for the idea, but we got to meet halfway, and it got to be a balanced game. Accountability, diaspora representation. We should be able to vote in election. We should have caucuses in both houses, and we can all move the country forward and make the contribution. Don't only see us as a means to extract money. No, we are not cash cow. We are not some swamp pigs that you can just come and milk at the end of the day because you want extra cash. No, it does not work. If you want us to take out the burden on education, you want to contribute to healthcare and infrastructure, then no, we should have a say in the government. That's just how it is all over the world.
So more will be, let me just add something before Milburn can take one or two calls. Let me just add something. The money that they can spend on lobbyists and all the other things, we already with the caucus.
Oh yeah.
We can definitely use our.
You got to worry about raising additional funds.
Exactly, where our senators, representatives, and people out there on Capitol Hill and getting things going, we can lobby. So instead of you coming to pay 100 and some more thousand, almost a million, whatever it is, we already know the system on this side. So we just work with you. And guess what? Like right now, you get 20 on essential, you got all the other men on essential. We can start talking about it. And they want to want me out of Pope. They want to want me out of low in the Joseph Baga government, the Pope on essential too. We can start talking to them. They don't put it on essential. You see,
there's another opportunity for us to call for across the board spending, call for lawmakers and their benefiting and some of their salaries. Because you get additional lawmaker, you want diaspora money, you be taking pay exorbitant amount of money. No. So, like I said, this bill is a very beautiful bill for Liberia. All the
it's a beautiful bill.
And then we can move it forward.
But there will be a lot of cleaning up, though.
Man, it's a big, beautiful bill. We're talking. You know, like God makes a direct Dylan said to do that. Well, you know, I would. In fact, you know what? Let me say on the record, I haven't spoken with the senator for a long time, but at least I'll reach out to him today and say what's up. We haven't said what's up for a minute now. I know they're saying you're blocking people, eh?
Yeah, the man taking people now from the blacklist. At least trying now.
The senator won't put big beautiful bill on me. I with him.
So the
and I'm personal, and I got nothing, no issue with him. Like I said, no issue with. I got no issue with any politician in Labrador. No, even Joe Ball, my boy Joe Ball. Joe Ball called me today. We talk. Joe Ball is my boy.
Nobody looking for Liberia to be better. Nobody want.
Joe Ball called me today. Joe Ball is my boy. We say about with Joe Ball. That they supporter and get problem, but me I get problem with Joe Ball. The only thing that when Joe Ball do funny thing, I was talking. Joe Ball know that one. He know me. He knows I can tell the truth. So I got
the enemy shape, the actually hatred and so forth still are getting us to where we are today. Like you and Mon said, I think this thing, the how it's supposed to be like. Anytime when president come to power, create the kind of avenue, create a friendship, do even though time for elections, if the people choose to vote for you or not, that's their business, but don't make it look like you have issue with people, you fighting people, you and people having issues every time, and you live in the real issues. They won't get to where we are today. Every time when they come, they squeeze you. They leave us into poverty, they meet us in poverty, leave us into poverty. But with this kind of ideas, look at the way you guys are sounding. So what's going to happen next? Even if the president comes and say, okay, I want to work with all Liberians, no matter which political party you own, no matter which organization, no matter which side you own, let's put Liberia first. But no of them care. They care about how they can misuse the power. So all these things at the end of the day, let me tell you, that was they know how to choke these things. They will use you people at the end of the day. You go
they can use all here. That way you can forget it. They can go back. They can use all.
The bill you only see that the bill now pass. But everything that you people will be talking, or maybe recommending, you don't see anything there. Now some of them are how they look. But again, I go to the line at least a year for our people. Maybe a few calls, then we'll go home for the day. Yes, 0770203125. That's the number.
Somebody says it's a very big, beautiful bill, bigly.
Yeah. Kobe Jones is right, and Kobe Jones and people don't say no. Kobe Jones, actually, you people, you are not very united the way some of us really think. Hello, today's caller. Good evening. Hello.
Jake, hello.
Hello. Go ahead.
Jason J. I'll call you from Police Academy this evening.
Okay, go ahead, my brother.
Yeah, thank you so much. I think the first talking point about we should be religious tolerance. Somebody asking wants to know certain things about religion. I think you're not supposed to be getting the kind of a backlash and that you're receiving. You see, I think Muslim is the most criticized religion in the world. I find people try to be very moderate and address issue because religion issue is very sensitive and so care have to be taken before and people all join in and become something different. Having said that, I think I'm extremely disappointed in Anderson the law. I voted for him twice. The player we are now believe I'm really regretting why we have a whole lot of things that the senator can do. The curtail some of these and the wasteful spending that he's doing. You guys are heavily paid. I think if you know that he has the power to do that, the reaction and that's what appearing to reduce remittances. How much money personally the Latinos are here are suffering? Even the money personally is not enough. For them to even middle up to but they are not telling that they're going to send money. You want to compare and say, well, other countries like Ghana, these are middle class in the economy. They're well on stuff. There are 1,000, 3,000, 5,000, 6,000, and corporate businesses. At least it's applicable to all our country. But now Liberia, they need to reduce their salary. They populate salaries and benefits. They need to see to it that some of these things are reduced.
All right, thank you. Maybe I pay the $1 that Steve now will be selling that very big way. Hello to this caller. Good evening.
Thank you. How you doing? Let me say hi to our brothers in the U.S. And, that you guys see, they don't, all of the proposals that they don't keep with when you're coming to the senatorial bill, none of it ever materialize. And then say they're going to be making $10,000 and $100. If you take only 100 and get it 10,000 away. So like everyone said, we will support it because you guys, we are together, and we have always said that if it couldn't have been for the diaspora Liberian, we are not going to be having anything called government. That the diaspora Liberian, that only Liberia go first. So if anything that will come, that's why people probably will be feeling the pain because they'll be pinching people small things that will be coming. But you guys are saying it, they should be part of the process. Don't just think when it is time for you to get the money out of the people, you get the money out of the other. Very different. The benefit that you will spend for the diaspora Liberian when you are running after that is a material pay. So don't tell me say you are trying to get the benefit from them because you guys are struggling with $1.2 billion and that time you push it away. So we support it because you guys are our backbone. We support it and we push it. When you guys jump into it and making sure that the right thing is done, that you guys can provide our side, we'll make sure we'll stand with you guys and make sure that it happens. Not to deal with the process alone because they will be here to take it and put it in their pocket. Let them reduce some of their salary. Let them reduce some of the gas play.
All right, my brother. Thank you so much. Let's take another caller. Hello to this caller. Quickly, good evening. Charles Cooper.
Yeah, good evening, Mayborn. Yeah, let me chip in on the issue quickly. Firstly, on the proposal from DeLong. I think the best proposal DeLong can give us right now is to pass a proposal for the diaspora Liberia to have voting right beginning 2029 and beyond. Because you see, Mayborn, if you let the diaspora Liberia money, you might also let their votes. But you can't keep, let me tell you, if you read the World Bank data report, World Bank report says the Liberian diaspora, Liberia are remitted around 500 to 800 million plus in recent years to this country. And some years are mounted up to almost 20% of our GDP. And the money that the people sending here is contributing to development. So we kind of development again, they don't want that 1% to go to. Because diaspora Liberia are building schools, they are building houses, they are building other things in the country, and they are paying school fees, paying rent for their family members, friends, and relatives. So that is part of is contributing to development. So only that 1% they don't want. The only issue of the year issue, Mayborn, here's a question I ask: how come a marshal of the Supreme Court doesn't know the procedure on how to serve or read properly? Is there a plan something? Because you cannot tell me someone who went to the Supreme Court of Marshall will not know how to serve a writ properly. You will serve it improperly, then is it that the complainant will be the one to take the blame?
Yeah.
And this is a bad precedent we are setting in this country, neighbor. If that man, if that brother serious for that man who served that writ improperly should be sacked.
Oh, thank you, my dear brother. Hello to this caller. Good evening. Yeah.
So you see how serious the law is? You know, it's as serious as the law is. Let me tell you. This children only go to the university. Most of this law they are supposed to play. Imagine, they get a good taking gas, getting almost all of the American army. I'm expecting they put it in Diaspora. Or reason the other one just for the put their dogs and what the proper align dogs. Then I just got their own money for it. And this is something that's going to go for it. They get something they have to call from.
All right. Thank you so much, Ara David Samuel and Bala. Good evening. Oh, I don't know what the phone is very freezing. Keep your calls coming 07702031225.
Me calling from Georgia Legacy. You call market Georgia Legacy. What kind of disrespectful? I know Samuel, right? And the Georgia Legacy guy, right? Omega market.
Yeah, I know when market or became or legacy like brother. Everything coming from legacy.
Then when I make one, I should say that thing again. We're holding in content.
Yeah,
we're not live.
Yeah, when I say that again, we're holding.
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, that ain't ready. All right, there is Samuel.
Because the parents keep asking you why you always
or Maggie Hawk cannot be legacy that while keeping the country backward.
Go ahead.
Come people and show talking about legacy.
Thank you, Everett. Samuel, we'll take one or two more calls cross over to our team. Yes, indeed. Those of you who also try calling on the WhatsApp, you can also do. But let me get back to this caller. Hello, good evening.
Good evening.
Yes, my brother, go ahead.
Thank you. Let me say the senator of this bill that is pushing, we will have a conjunction on it.
Okay.
And the reason why it has to be because when you say the meat is sweet, then you need to cook it and kiss it. What do I mean? If you want the diaspora to be part of this thing, let all balance it. They won't let it be balanced.
Okay.
You will not only say, yeah, we want the people to cut the what's all the same to government benefit. Okay, they let balance it. They are Liberians. They have the right. So let's give them the right also to partake in our affair. Then when we're doing this thing, then we definitely want to also Liberian, but whatsoever part of the world, you will come to America. Once you are in America, know that you are eligible to vote. But we will not be requesting, and we don't have nothing to put in place tomorrow to balance it. So if it is not balanced, it is not completely done. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Even though myself, I stay confused without what bill as well. Who will be paying the money now? The person who is receiving the money or the one that's sending the money? Because
no, the person who let me make it simple. The person who's sending the money So you see, it's a strategic way. I don't want to discuss the other side of the bill because I other side of the bill. Let me make it simple now. Let me be transparent way. Basically, we who sending the money, we will be paying the highest one. But guess what? You're receiving it too, you'll be feeding it. So let's take for example, if my Omaha rent, if my Omaha rent, that's $5. That means they're taking bulk from there. That $4 you get. That means you owe the landlord. You know, you owe the landlord. So,
well, I don't know what happened, but Steve. Steve has some. Yeah, but Mark. Okay, I didn't Steve back, but okay, Steve still struggling.
Sorry.
You gotta be careful before you get.
Something wrong with my camera here. Every time I click on it, they can kick me out. I don't know if someone
maybe check it out. Check it, but we'll get to you anyway.
Every time I touch the camera, they
just forget the camera for now and just
because the show almost ended before.
So that means if we send $5 for my Omaha rent, I mean, if the landlord is she got to owe the landlord $1 for next month. So either way you take it, the labyrinth people on ground will be the victim. They will feed it. Let me put it out. So you know that the secret behind the whole thing, the secret behind it, you know, we can say like brought to second side of baboon have, but who will hold it? Second side baboon by not problem, but who will hold it? So what we mean by that in other words? Senator Dara Dillon is saying when your children send $5 for you, the government will take $1 from there. But when you look at it on an increment, that means the government will be taking, because that $1, when you say $100, that means the government will be taking $10.
Oh, yes.
Oh, yeah, because the dollar got to increase. The dollar not just be dollar. You see it?
No, that's not serious problem coming to see. So that means that they'll tell us more. If the dollar will come from $100, maybe $5 will come from 25 or maybe 10 cents. This is very interesting.
No, the amount got to be specific. So let's take, for example, for every $10, we take $1. So that means we're sending $100 to you, Mabel. You even get, let me be honest with you, Mabel, you will not even get $90. You will probably get $80 some more because the company too that hosting that site where you can pay your money can come, they got to take out their own thing. So that means the government $10 is like in America, yeah. Before you get your paycheck, the government no, Mabel, that is serious. Before you get your paycheck in the country, the government will take the taxes, they will take out Medicare, they will take out all the from there before they send you your money. So that how the government is saying, if Milton so receive a buck, the government not worry about Milton, whether you get $100 probably got to pay his hospital bill at $100. The government will take out $10, that $90 will be with you because for every $10, $1 you gotta pay $1. So that means either when I that again.
Then I mean, in short, we'll be paying double taxes because from all indicators that one of the callers said, the other money we've been paying that they are I don't know using no here, no there. That means we're paying double money. But more, Steve is saying something, and I'm still confused with the entire money business because I don't know how it will be like. What it be 5 cents, 10 cents up to maybe $1 because I'm aware that maybe when somebody say $100 a team, it will be almost $2 that will be taken from there for withdrawal fee or so forth. Now when the government start taking $1 from $5, that means that Steve said you'll be getting almost $80. Then no.
That is why they call it a proposed bill, so you can perfect it. You can still work on it because you want to make it fair. the whole concept of taking money on the remittances is not to punish the people back home because what they know economically on the receiving end. It's for you to make it fair enough so that the people send the money can pay just a little over normal to be able to cover the expense on that side. Let's assume if I want to send you $100 and I know you're going to pay $1, I will just send $101 on my RBA so that when it gets to you, you cannot be the one paying the dollar. So
yeah, but more on I know I beg you, let me hold you there. On I know though. Why if I don't have the extra $1 to put on it? I mean the people back who have to pay feed away.
Well, yeah, you will never have a perfect payment system. You only want to do it in a way where more people will end up paying the extra fee than the people who won't be able because not on too many occasions. If you can send $1,000, I've got to make it they can pay $2.
My man, sometimes only 20 I get. Melbourne asking me for 10 to back or to get on the back. And I get 20, I so split it all up 10 to back. Melbourne asking me for 10.
Then we'll use, Melbourne, that's why we'll use a progressive system where it will be perfect because.
So when I send a 10, no. You see, the one looking at you advocating for the senator. Let me clarify the bill.
Yeah, we gotta be careful over there, bill.
We gotta be very careful with the beautiful bill.
People will tear your apart.
No, more, you gotta be careful with the beautiful bill. You gotta be able to bring noise in the town. I tell you it now. They bill looking too strategic. Mom, let's be honest. How many people with the economic situation in the United States and around the world right now, in the diaspora, things prices are going on. Let's forget about it. Let's forget about the wars that are going on around the world, but things prices are going up. Life is not like before in the diaspora. And that's how it is when you evolve. You have technology, you have people, you have a lot of human beings now. Things are getting expensive. And so it's not a one president thing, it's not a political thing. It's just a global thing, right? And so, Mom, you expecting me to be adding extra $2 to what I used to send for Melbourne? I used to send Melbourne $5. So what about taking the extra $2 to be adding there so that I can compensate for what they don't proposing? That's
where the sacrifice comes from. We talk about love for country and you want to make sure your country do better. Then we got to take the hit. Because if you're telling me you cannot take a dollar hit out of 100 body, I mean you love Liberia because
wait. I disagree with you vehemently. I disagree with you.
Mark,
if I send maybe $100 for a late gas money for a birthday, maybe you can get like $1 all 100.
But remember working with you and getting $1?
No, but that's the point, Mark. More to that point of what we're saying now. But from what Steve been saying, so if that bill passed, like for example, every $5 you send, government get $1 there. Then I mean all out of that $100, maybe government will be eating almost $25. And that's fine. Among English statement that you can put the people into, I think you said you can because it's all about empowering the people. You can
tax people that are already struggling. You can overtax people already struggling. That one I understand that. But what I'm saying here is it will be designed in a way where the people send the money will incur most of the cost than the people receiving the money. Because the Delon idea say $1 on any amount, which is not fair. Let's assume I'm sending $100 and I pay your $1. Somebody sending 1,000 cannot pay $1. It got to be progressive.
Exactly so.
And you seen it? So it's not about the people in Liberia literally paying or taking a cut on the money so they receive. It mostly structured in a way where the people who send it will look for that extra $1 or $2 to cover up, knowing fully well that the transaction will be deducted by $1 when it reaches the person back home. So either way, it will never be perfect. But when you want to make a down payment to your country's future, you are patriotic, I don't think $1 will make any difference. That's the whole idea. So it's still a better bill. Either way you look at it in the long term.
It's still a big beautiful bill.
What? No. Steve, it will make some people that Steve just said, even that some people that how they send money to people, they'll be thinking, I get $20, I want to send about if I send the government will clear everything, so no need. You see it?
No. But maybe what I'm talking about, now what they can call progressive tax system. To whom what is given, what is required. You can be sending $20, you pay $1, then somebody sending $500, they pay $1. That's what I'm saying. You seen it? So if the president only have $20 to send you, then you like going to take that $1 hit, my brother. It's not going to change your. It's not going to change your work.
Wow, what a bill! What?
Yeah.
Steve,
I said,
I know, but I think you're going to bill.
No, tomorrow we'll continue the topic. This is a big, beautiful bill.
Mm-hmm.
I'm telling you, the bill is not in the bill. I told you the bill last night. I told you I said the bill get noise behind.
What?
You were laughing. I'm telling you, I said the bill that yo bill. The bill get noise. It ain't get more noise.
No, I'm not gonna look at the $1, right? But I'm looking at the dollar pair. I don't know how much will be cost, or maybe the cost.
It should be $1 per 100. Anything below 100 with me, you can pay taxes on it. That would be smart.
If the had a bill would be them, I would.
And the government end up raising they will end up raising way more money than what they were anticipating. Because, like I just said, looking at 2024 budget, right? If we say $800 million, if you were taking $1 per 100, it means that $8 million. But why if somebody was sending $500 and they paid $1 per 100, then at $5 per transaction? So it means generating more than $50 to $100 million in a year just from diaspora extra taxes. You see it? That's how you make more money.
And that's how the government will make more money. So Melbourne are in there. So that means if I send in $5,
yeah, $4.95 you get.
Now $4.95 you get in. Now even $4.95 because the MTN ain't got to take out that thing too. So that means we're looking at $4.90 or $4.80. That means you owing somebody something. So that means if you so okay to get out to send it back, you can go to send it back because you short $5. You see it?
Well, how does that $4.95 you can carry judo back because of $5?
No, you get $5. My man, $5 big money in that country. But man, you get $5.
But if you have to be local, man, please, I beg you. You gotta go back into your drawing board. So
yeah, we go to the drawing board. That will be our solution.
Stuff instead of our people crying, because I know most of our people are more. Sometimes they want to be a little help, but sometimes they still say they are. You people struggling, man. Let me free. I don't think that kind of money the government want the men are getting.
Maybe I will tell my Labrimpo if it's a good idea, the Labrimpo bound.
No, be careful. Be careful. Don't go against how Be Beautiful Bill. Be very careful with Be Beautiful Bill. Eh? Be very,
guys, tomorrow.
No,
man. Yeah.
Be very careful with Be Beautiful Bill. Oh, folks, we'll see you tomorrow. Thank you so much. It was good conversation hanging out with you. Stay with the comedian Bassi that your Christian people call Mama Labura, that all of you supported, even though you're wearing woman clothes, wearing woman wig, supporting. I stay with
you can't look at the people, the people to go come today to have public very clear. You can't wait today.
I won't win not behind you, brother. I won't let them behind you because you see, I get what you're there. You decided that you support me who add like one year. Now can I move behind? No, you're not moving behind. Nobody's stupid. You'll be behind.
Stevie get problem. What?
No, I just been strategic.
I gave us strategy, my brother. It get work. So tomorrow you will my brother.
Oh, no, but before we go, I beg you. Before we go, I don't want to leave the show without saying a big congratulations to the station manager over there, Mr. O'Neill. His team finally won the EPR after 25 years. Mr. O'Neill, so folks, so you just get it. O'Neill team. Remember, I know he been taking off the few days, right? Say 18-1, right? You're not seeing to the studio?
Yeah, remember, the morning, I work. You know, the man have the morning breakfast show, so you always come in.
Oh, okay. But I thought he took off work because his team Sunday, and he just been passing along going. He just because information reaching me that a few days he just been wearing Arsenal jersey.
Yes, exactly. You are right.
Yes, but man, I got a man picture here. Man, we got security on security. I got a man picture here with me. With Arsenal shirt, man, that wearing Arsenal jersey. So tell the manager you need to rest the body. The final of the week, let them focus on the Champions League and see if they can win it. And to be honest with you, let me just say it. I'm supporting PSG in the Champions League because of Luis Enrique. Luis Enrique is a product of Barcelona, and he also gave Barcelona Champions League in 2015. So I'm supporting PSG because of that. But not only that, I'm supporting PSG because George Weah played for PSG too. I'm a football fan. I told you before on the show, socially, I support George Weah. Socially, I support Joseph Boaka. Anything I have to do with chilling, me, George Weah, Joseph Boaka, Biane. But out of that, nothing else. But folks, thank you. Let's have a good day. We'll talk soon.
Man, thank you, man. Thank you. Thank you to everybody. I don't probably know situation today. So that's it, people. Good night to all of you. If you don't know what happened to you, come on, my brother. But I think some of the beautiful bills, we're going to look at some of the beautiful bills and see as to how the bill going to benefit everyone, because we don't want our people out there who are struggling also. It's not because somebody outside of Liberia, that means we should take all of our responsibility and put it on them. No, we don't have to do that. So the government has to be careful with that bill and make sure that they do the right thing. Thank you. Thanks to all of you. Nora Hooks, thanks to each and every one of you. My sister Jenny, and all of you, man. Good night from our end here in Liberia.
There are things we can do. We bring in good news and we give it to you. We talking about podcast and connecting people and culture from here and up out of the globe. Monitor people who waiting to sell. Blessing that time and the efforts are rest. The process of giving the care and the payment from them. So welcome and live with African.
I live for
Master.
Clear bodies who make on you, I can't Sktv menyo. Sema cheni tina ke asema jamu. Engi sano muni emu aye yo. Engi lofa mui emu aye yo.
Sktv, the best in Liberia. Sktv, the best in Africa. Sktv, the best in Mama Liberia. Muscle rider, lofa, and grandbaza.
Ena Guinea ya tumale, ena Salia ya tumale, ena Conakry ya tumale, ena Cote d'Ivoire ya tumale, ena Guinea ya tumale, ena Salia ya tumale, ena Conakry ya tumale, ena Cote d'Ivoire ya tumale, ena la Florida ya tumale, Sktv, ena la Florida, tosi wako maya tumale.
Sktv, the best in Liberia. Sktv, the best in Africa. Sktv, the best in Mama Liberia. Muscle rider, lopa, and grandbaza.
There are things we can do. We bring in good news and we give it to you. We talking for podcasts and connecting people and culture from here and out part of the globe. For the top people who waiting to sell. The flesh, the time, and the efforts are red. The broadcast we giving are real and the promise my best. To work with my life without fear. From Grandfather Nima to Lufa, from River Sass, River G to Chile, from Grand Crew, Bombing, Kidman, Monster Rider, San to Backbaloo, from Maryland, Punk to the Mikey B. We the best in the land, yeah, LIB. We the best in the land, yeah, LIB. We the best in the land, yeah, LIB.
Sktv, the best in Liberia. Sktv, the best in Africa.